Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you may celebrate. Also, Happy Ugly Christmas Sweater Season. I love wearing these things. I'm going to be talking about a Netflix movie that came out on November 5th. Like, I'm really going to watch Christmas movies 5 days after Halloween. Not to mention, that was the day Eternals came out. I'm watching Eternals over this movie. But we're going to be talking about a Christmas movie called Love Hard. And I'm going to be catching up on some new Christmas movie releases that came out last month, if there were any like this movie. Because truth of the matter is, I just can't watch Christmas movies in November. November is Thanksgiving time. We have to stop ignoring the fact that there is a holiday between Halloween and Christmas, and that holiday is Thanksgiving. And I still have yet to review Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's kind of sad. But we're here to talk about Love Hard, which is out on Netflix. Natalie Bauer, an LA girl, unlucky in love, falls for an East Coast guy on a dating app and decides to surprise him for Christmas, only to discover that she's been catfished. But the object of her affection actually lives in the same town, and the guy who duped her offers to set them up as she pretends to be his own girlfriend for the holidays. What it comes down to for me for Christmas movies is, does it put me in the Christmas spirit? Love Hard feels like it should be one of those Christmas movies that is like Love Actually, which is actually funny because the title of the movie is a combination of the main character's favorite Christmas movies. Natalie's favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard, whereas the guy that duped her, Josh, his favorite movie is Love Actually, which is actually an interesting dynamic, and I'm glad that the movie actually addressed that, because usually it's the other way around. The guy says Die Hard is the best Christmas movie, and then usually the girlfriend, the wife, whoever it may be in the relationship, looks at them with a really stunned face to say, well, that movie has shooting and guys dying, so it can't be a Christmas movie when it actually is. And she's the one who's like, but Love Actually is a Christmas movie. I like that it was the other way around in this movie. And this movie really is sappy. It's predictable. It's also the most far-fetched thing you've ever seen. It has all the makings of a Hallmark Christmas movie. But like I said, what it comes down to for me is whether or not movies like this, or just Christmas movies in general, put me in the Christmas mood. I'm not a huge rom-com guy. I'm not even a huge rom-dram guy, which is a romantic drama. That's what I've dubbed it. I think this movie definitely put me in the Christmas mood. I mean, you got people singing Christmas carols, you got people decorating Christmas trees, they're watching Christmas movies, there's bobsledding, there's snow everywhere. The characters are even seen eating gingerbread men and making gingerbread houses. So, there you go. That puts me in the Christmas mood, and while it does have the trappings of a Hallmark movie, what makes it better than a Hallmark movie is that it has a bigger budget and it feels like there's more effort put into the actual story here. But it's like it's better than a Hallmark Channel original movie, but it's not good enough for a theatrical release. One thing I wasn't expecting going into the movie was that I didn't think that this movie was going to be this funny. I was laughing out loud in many parts. Whoever knew that Elena Gilbert from the Vampire Diaries had such comedic chops? Yep, she left Mystic Falls, ditched Damon Salvatore, left everyone and her doppelganger, Catherine Pierce, behind, except now she's got a new doppelganger. Am I the only one that thinks she and Victoria Justice look alike? I mean, I could see that comparison more than I can see Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley. I mean, but I never knew Nina Dobrev actually had comedic chops, and her chemistry with Jimmy Yang was actually not terrible. It was actually pretty good. They had some good banter back and forth. The message behind the movie might have a negative impact on people, where it's like, oh, someone got catfished, so now I'm just gonna catfish this person again, because that's essentially what Natalie does in this movie. But at the end, it ends up being heartfelt, where you can kind of forget about all that. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that this is the greatest Christmas movie ever made, because it's not. But I'm not going to lie when I say I actually did enjoy it. A lot more than I thought I was going to. Now, I'm not a big fan of rom-coms. I'm not a big fan of Christmas movies like this, because usually Christmas in these type of movies is just the backdrop for a setting, but it's never really addressed, and there's not a lot of Christmas things going on. But this movie had enough Christmas things that made the whole movie feel like a Christmas movie throughout. And luckily, unlike Christmas movies like Love Actually, which I think is the Notebook of Christmas movies, it didn't drag on. Didn't overstay its welcome. Even though it did get sappy and predictable, it still had enough enjoyable moments in it, and I think the biggest takeaway here is that I actually laughed a lot throughout this movie, even when it got more serious towards the end. So I was actually surprised that I enjoyed this movie. I'm going to say I enjoyed Love Hard with 3/4 worth of a bucket of popcorn. Yeah, crazy. I really didn't expect to like this movie. So guys, what did you think of Love Hard? If you have seen it, drop me some feedback in the comment section below. I'll leave my link to my website in the description below as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I'll see you at the movies somewhere.